Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Tim's Time. Well, as you can tell by my hat, it's probably cold outside and I'm covering my head. As a matter of fact, I've been walking the grounds looking for something of vital importance, a Diet Coke. And I've checked everywhere, and in the context of me walking around looking for a Diet Coke, I discovered a little tiny ring, costume jewelry, and then there's a little charm, I think, from a charm bracelet. And I brought it into the office to be placed into our lost and found stuff. Most of the items in our lost and found basket or drawer are just really better described as lost. This is one of them, and I set a deadline for this one. It's like a Yeti knockoff, and I've asked everyone I know, did they leave this around, and nobody's claimed it. So unless you watch this and you claim it, it's going to the Coker household one of these days. Anyway, what does that have to do with this time of year and how cold it is heading into the Christmas season? We just finished talking about being thankful, and now we're going to spend the next several weeks talking about this wonderful, most wonderful time of the year, and that is Christmas. And so I love just about everything there is to love about Christmas. Parties, gifts, cards, singing, food, people, attitudes, food, you name it, I love it. Christmas is great. But lest we forget, let me use Tim's time over the next several weeks to remind you, in the words of Dr. Luke, expressed later on in the words of Linus, what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. There were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over the flock by night. You know the story. And lo, it says in King James language, an angel of the Lord stood before them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. That means really, really afraid. And the angel said, fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David. And then the angel uses three titles for the baby that's in Bethlehem, who would grow up, become Jesus of Nazareth, live a life, die on a cross, and I believe rose again from the grave. Three titles, and that's where I want to spend the next 3 weeks. First title is the word, unto you is born this day in the city of David, the word Savior. Jesus himself made this claim of himself. The Son of Man came to seek and save that, you know it, which was lost. You see, we don't just automatically throw this stuff away, and we don't automatically take it to our houses or give it to nearby passers-by or any of those kind of things, because we recognize there's a value to someone for this item. Somebody's lost this item and probably wants it. They just really don't have the ability to do anything about it, perhaps. Aren't you glad God decided that he sees the value of things that are lost? In our culture, we have a lot of problems with the whole concept of sin and imperfection and dependence upon God and lostness. You try to tell someone they're lost, and they sometimes look at you like you're crazy. So if you're not real comfortable with the word lost, use the word disconnected. God came to reconnect with those of us who are disconnected. We're disconnected within ourselves from who we really ought to be and were created to be, and we're disconnected from the one who created us. We're lost. And if we spend our entire lives lost, we may gain some measure of success in this world. We may have several friends and family members around us. But at the end of the day, we never are who we were created to be. And we never fulfill the purpose of the one who made us. Why? Because we're disconnected or lost from the position of being with him. We need help. There's nothing we can do about it. We need a Savior. And so the very first thing we celebrate this time of the year is that those of us who were far from the Lord, those of us who were disconnected from Him, and those of us who were disconnected from our better selves were reconnected. The Bible uses the word reconciliation or saved because the Lord came as a baby who became a man, who died on a cross, who rose again, who ascended on high, who saved us. Merry Christmas. Those of us who were lost are now saved. Remember this, and Merry Christmas to you. Hope you have a great Christmas season and a great week. God bless.